You know how villagers will sometimes mention the mainland? Maybe after you spend some time without logging in, or in another piece of dialogue. That got me thinking about a DLC idea, even though my hopes are zero nowadays for New Horizons content. It's very sad, I know, but it's better not to get our hopes up, right? What's it about, you might ask? Well, it's something like Animal Crossing New Horizons Mainland DLC. In this concept, you'd get a mission from Tom Nook involving paying lots of bells and miles, obviously, that would end up in the upgrade of Captain's boat, so it would make all the way to the mainland. And what would the mainland be? A completely different concept than the one we've got on our island getaway package. That means we would get introduced to a small city like in City Folk or Animal Crossing Plaza. There, we could meet some of the NPCs that weren't brought back like Blanca, Booker, Dr. Shrunk, Gracie, and so many others. When talking to them, we would get these special chores to complete and receive exclusive items from them that could only be obtained that way, like Celeste items. This would be an amazing opportunity to introduce characters like Digby back as a main character. Remember Isabel's brother? Working for the Happy Home Academy, he's now in charge of building a few plots to sell in that small city, and we will help him with the materials that could only be obtained back in our islands. These plots would be filled with villagers we previously had on our islands, plus random ones. We wouldn't get the option to choose when they would come or go, but it would mean that we could get the opportunity to bring back some of the ones we've maybe let go a bit too quickly. It would be fun even if they had these special dialogues about not wanting to come back and we had to do these projects, such as the ones we've got for the campsite villagers, just so we can get a chance to invite them back afterwards. It would also have to be done in a timely manner since we have no control over whether they stay or leave. Every time someone does leave though, we'd have to pay the renovation interest to reopen the plot. That would bring back meaning to hundreds and millions of bells that are just probably stored unused in our ABD machines nowadays. It would also mean that maybe selling turnips is a thing again, since that mechanic could really blow a hole in our wallets. When finished helping Digby, we could be granted with perfect fruit to bring back to our islands, reintroducing that as a mechanic. Or maybe gems, something that we haven't seen brought back yet. Of course, the new resources would also mean a whole new set of DIYs to discover and craft. The mainland could also host a place for playing minigames, such as an arcade. I never played New Leaf, so I have no idea how these work, but just the concept itself, have something to do other than decorate, seems like a great selling point for a DLC. That concept would also mean an entire new type of island to decorate, something urban, completely different from what we first got on our deserted islands. And who knows, maybe that could work just as we do on our islands, maybe through public projects like in New Leaf. I don't know, but something that connects back to the designing essence that's so strong in New Horizons and that brings so many players every day to this game. It would also give this idea the same longevity that the Paradise Planning DLC brought to the game. Unfortunately though, I don't actually think that something like this will happen. I wanted to share my ideas for this DLC because I love this game so much and it means so much to me. It came out in a very weird time that I think made everything have more meaning for everyone. And New Horizons is just so special in my eyes for that reason. And it's also my first game in this installment. So it makes me sad that when they meant that they wouldn't update the game anymore, they really meant it. And I don't think that they're gonna actually release any more paid DLC. I wish they would. I would buy that in an instant. And I really don't understand why they won't do that. Animal Crossing is like one of the best selling games from Nintendo. Anyways, I just really love this game so much, and I really do think that New Horizons has a lot of aspects that keeps pulling people back to it, and the community is still really strong. Everyone keeps coming up with challenges and new ways to interact with players through hard mode and other things like that. And I think that's really amazing, and that's something we all build up together, and that we can continue to grow in the future, hopefully. What do you guys think? Those are some ideas that I would love to see in the future of Animal Crossing. What are some of yours? Leave it in the comments, I love to know. Thanks for watching.